far, with Team Pogi Gang saving themselves quite spectacularly yesterday, going 2-0 in the revival bracket to jump themselves into the quarterfinals. Gutty, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm really looking forward to this match. Juicy is a team that we came into the tournament with really high expectations. Seeing those individual rankings on their players was pretty spectacular, but it hasn't really panned out for them. Going 1-1 in their qualifying matches, it does mean that they're into the quarterfinals scot-free, but definitely not in the tournament favorite position that we were initially expecting. So I'd like to see them come out swinging here. You know, this is a best of 3 format in the quarterfinals, starting off on Bind. And I want to see what they have to offer. I want to see what adaptations they've made. Maybe come up with a couple strats, a couple executes, you know, this and that. Just worked on that team play, because I think that that's what was holding them back. The aim is obviously there, but the team play needs to be matching.
I would absolutely agree. And coming out from the side of the Pogi Gang, we can see a lot of aggressive picks already on that attacking side. They do have that Phoenix, that Jet. Omen and KO are pretty good as kind of support secondaries, but they don't have a lot by means of defending sites. So I think we're going to see a lot of aggression out of them, as well as that Sage to back them up. We'll see if they'll be able to take some quick fights, rush onto sites, and then focus on holding it down once they get the spike down.
Yeah, and I think an interesting adaptation here is Calvin Wu is going off of that Brimstone. Basically, in all of the qualifying matches, he was a Brimstone one-trick, just being there for the smokes and the utility, not really providing in terms of the fragging. We know he's one of the lower-rated players on this team, but now switching it up, going onto the Phoenix, a very aggressive duelist. I quite like this. It's going to enable him to be a bit of a bait player or an entry fragger for his team when going into these site executes, and I think that that's a way to get value out of him, because we saw in their double overtime match that he was able to land those kills when flying into a site. And as I say that, not Wardell picks up one on Unico with that shock arrow. What a nice little opener there. Great first blood into Hookah.
For sure. Wardell has been crazy with the arrows for this entire setup. We've seen him do some shock arrow plays that I don't think I've ever seen anyone pull off anywhere else. He just doesn't seem to miss, and we can see them trying to go for a slow rotate over to the A site. I think with the amount of aggression on their team, slowing down might be their downfall. They certainly don't have nearly as much control as the other team does, so if they get caught in a position like this, they might have a lot of trouble dealing with all that utility. We can see them trying to slowly push through those Omen smokes. Story running up and getting taken out by Justin as they push onto the site, and the rest of the members are trying to move up into Justin and maybe overwhelm him. But KJ goes down. Bikes taking out Calvin Wu. Purple taking out Bikes, but Justin with the 3-piece takes out Purple, just holding it down in Cubby there.
Yeah, absolutely going crazy there. Gets the triple in the pistol round. That is what you want to see out of Justin, being that star performer there for them on the Omen. Great little entry round there, just going so wild with that Ghost. It's such a sick pistol. I really love how it feels. And he is putting it to great use there. Gets the 3-piece, and now you're in for the anti-eco. The only thing purchased up by the attackers here is this basic armor by K. Jamie, but against the SMGs of the defense, I don't think it's going to do very much. But actually, defense is only invested in 2 SMGs, relying on those ghosts to pick up some extra kills. So maybe there is room for the attack to exploit them and get something going here if they can drop those guns early.
Yeah, we are seeing kind of a bit of a second pistol round here, although the side of Juicy has definitely got a bit more money to play with, but should even things out a little more than you might expect. Getting spotted out by that Killjoy turret, popping a few shots onto it, gonna potentially take it down. As Story wrapping around back to his team, maybe just trying to get some information over on that long side of B site. And they're all grouped up in mid here. Going for a slow rotate. It's just Justin all alone on A right now, although we can see Bikes going over to sit up in heaven and maybe help predict that rotate. The jet smoke down onto heaven as Bikes pushes out.
Here.
And Pogi Gang just explodes onto the site, but Bikes takes out Unique right away. Justin taking out Calvin. K. Jamie takes out Justin, but Bikes with another one before he gets traded out. 2 kills on K. Jamie now, 2v3, and one of those SMGs is still up on the side of Juicy. but they do fly through teleporter, making a quick transition over to the B site. Juicy takes down KJamie, and it's all up to Purple, all alone in hookah against 3 players with an SMG. Don't think he's going to be able to do too much here. Yeah, I think they're just going to time him out and then maybe try to rush him down afterwards as he falls back into mid. I think he's going to get away with his life, but that's not going to do him very much good.
Yeah, no, I think they forgot about that Killjoy turret on the B site, just completely stopped any hope of that rotation. I'm curious if they could have just brute forced it, you know, sort of ran out of the line of sight of the Killjoy turret onto that B area and just gotten a bomb plant down, if nothing else, the spike plant, but doesn't end up going their way. Not a big deal, you know, with no investment into the round. It's somewhat expected that you're going to lose it. Not a big deal to have that result, but now they have 4 rifles, they have an SMG on Purple, and on the other side, it's not quite a full buy. It is this bonus round, so we'll see how it goes out as it's the fast execute onto A. The smokes and blinds are going down, but the utility is here to stop it. The rocket comes out too, and Bikes gets a nice double, but Unico is there on the trade. It's just non-stop fighting here as Justin is B-hopping in lamps, trying to get something done. He peeks out, he gets 1, he gets 2. Justin with the triple on the round, accompanied by the rocket from the defenders. Bikes really helping out Justin in that round, and just a clean defense overall.
That was a beautiful, beautiful hold of that A site by the side of Team Juicy. That, I mean, textbook, you would say.
Absolutely, and I'm so amazed that Justin got away with that peek there on the pinch. Like, he came out, he missed his initial spray, and he doesn't have a silenced weapon, so it's not like it's subtle when he misses the spray. He's loud, he's proud, and it doesn't matter that he missed the shots because his recovery was exceptional. Gets the spray under control, slows down, and lines up the headshots, means that they come away with the round win effortlessly, mopping up all 5 players. 1 ultimate used in the process, Bikes having to burn theirs, but I don't think it's a big deal when, as a result of that triple kill, Justin is now sitting on his ultimate.
Yes, he is. And excuse me, the attackers now are in a bit of a deficit, more than a little bit. They have only got 2 SMGs, and the rest are on pistols. But ooh, Wardell getting taken out with that Odin, not able to do much. Juicy cleaning up 2 members as Bikes takes out a third. 2v4, excuse me, for the attackers. Unico managing to take down Bikes, but Juicy getting his 3rd pick of the round onto Unico to trade him out. And again, it's all on Purple with the Sheriff. What can he do? Not much, as he misses the shots onto Pass to God, and that will be the 4th round for the side of Team Juicy.
Oh, that one hurts. I mean, it doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. You know, the round is basically lost at that point. Not very much hope coming back, but definitely a humiliating death, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Purple. He seems to be the last man alive, which I guess is the good thing for the Sage to be doing. I mean, you generally want your healer to be in the back line, right? But doesn't leave him with too much to be able to do in terms of clutching these rounds out.
Yeah, definitely not. And now you see the attackers come out with another buy here. Sure, they do have 1 SMG still on KJamie, but the rest are rifles. So once again, they're returning to this A site, looking for a fast execute. The flash is going out, but the rotation is here. They've been too slow on this. Creeping up into the site is Calvin Wu, looking for something to get done on this duelist that we mentioned, and he takes down Bikes. That's a huge kill to get. Now spraying at Justin, but Justin is able to land the headshot. The flashbang comes out from KJamie, creeping through these tunnels, looking for something to get done, but it's Justin spraying through the smoke in heaven, picking up another. KJamie trades out onto Juicy Sushi as the spike goes down. Purple using that wall too, great effect. Not Wardell. He has this Odin that has been his signature throughout the tournament, but no arrows have landed to give him information. He can't look for a wallbang just yet.
Nobody seems to know that Jamie is sitting in that little cubby. Does get the scanner and spots out those 2 members, but Purple, with the dropping headshot, just annihilates him as KJamie takes out Justin to get a round on the board for the Pogi Gang.
Oh, and not Wardell is going to be upset about that one. He had the first shot, he had the spray there, and he gets the dink onto Purple, but it just isn't enough. Not the 1-hit kill, 1 headshot kill on that Odin, so no doubt upset about that when he gets responded with the falling headshot that does 1-tap him. Definitely not the ideal situation, but when you are up 4 rounds and just losing for the first time, it's no big deal. Now, if the attackers here can chain a second, that would certainly cause some trouble for the side of Juicy, as at that point your economy is starting to get pretty rough. There is a conversation about saving instead of committing to some sort of half buy. But for now, Juicy Sushi getting aggressive out of this long B area, looking for some sort of pick, and I think he's going to find it on purple. But no, the timing is so bad. He is maybe going to wrap all the way to A, but now he has such a good flank angle. Calvin Wu getting taken back in the ultimate, but Unico's already in the site. Can this flank get anything done? Look at number 5 there, about to go into Hookah. All this utility is going down, but they don't know about him. The smoke is still here, lurking slowly but surely. Playing things cautious. Juicy Sushi picks up one, Pasta God gets another. Juicy getting another, and a third! The defense just wrapping it up. The flank is just so perfect from Juicy Sushi, arriving in Hookah there and cleaning house. They were not ready for the aggression at a B-long, and it punishes them severely.
Yes, it does. And what a character Reyna is to clean that up. To be able to get the first pick and then just stealth away, go invulnerable, go invisible, and slide around the map to get into a better position without getting taken out. Any other character, I think, besides maybe Jet, would have probably just got popped after that first kill, but the Reyna, the utility on Reyna is able to make that work, and paying off in a big way for Juicy as they take their 5th round and stop what could have been a little snowball from the Pogi Gang.
Yeah, absolutely. And when he is invisible and dashing around in that state, it's such a frustrating distraction for the attackers, but ignore that because there is some aggression happening here on the A side. Lots of spam through the smoke. Oh, and the Jet ult just goes wide. Bikes manages to survive, and the grenade goes out, slowing down this offense in a big way. Now getting the ultimate, but no! Oh, what a waste, and that's 2 kills now. This could be the A site going over to the attackers as Purple hits the revive on Unico, but they still have a long way to go as the rotation is through.
Spike down A.
Ooh, big shock dart, getting a little bit of damage down onto the couple members of the Pogi Gang. Jamie taking down Juicy Sushi, but Wardell with a nice little wallbang onto Unico. Pasta got forced to jump out of heaven as that grenade comes through. Takes out Calvin and manages to take out Jamie for the 3-piece clutch. Beautiful play from Pasta God. I'm not sure how he lasted that long.
Oh no, Calvin Wu ran out of ammo in the clip. He goes for the peek, that doesn't get the kill. And as a result, Pasta God comes up with the clutch. Big double at the end to secure it. Some great heroics out of the defenders. Juicy here. Individuals really just showing up in a big way. We saw Not Wardell get a sick little 2-piece at the start of the round. But it just comes down to the heroics on Juicy's side. I think that they are getting caught out here. They are getting into some uncomfortable situations. Stuff like that greedy ultimate from Bikes could put them in a bad scenario, could lose them some rounds, but they just have the heroics there to bail them out.
They do, and Unico and Calvin Wu getting taken out by Justin before Story comes in to clean him up. But Juicy Sushi taking out Story and K Jamie, and Bikes taking out Purple to close out that round. Not too much to say about that. An anti-eco, very successful, only losing Justin. And it seems like Team Juicy is running away with this match a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting 6 defensive rounds already is a very comfortable spot to be in. And furthermore, they have all the credits in the world to work with. I mean, even if they were to lose the next 2 consecutive rounds, they would still have more than enough money to get that full buy every single chance that they wanted. So sitting very pretty in this game so far, up 7-1 in this 3-map series, or best of 3 series, I should say. So feeling comfortable and confident so far. Just hoping to extend their lead further.
Yeah, I think we need to see a bit more of that rapid aggression from the side of the Unico with a nice pick onto Juicy Sushi in the washrooms. But anyway, that aggression from the side of the Pogi Gang. They have all these aggressive picks. They have the Jet, the Phoenix, the KO. They need to be moving quicker and not getting caught out. But the problem with that is they need to have the economy to be able to take those trades and win them. And up until this point and a couple other rounds, they really haven't been able to do that. We can see them slowing down here and just kind of lurking around the mid area as K Jamie tries to creep up. Bikes is in a very good position to catch someone out here on the rotate, though. If he hears in flank right behind them and just mow them down as all 4 members except for Unico slide away. And now Story may have spotted Bikes out. I don't think Bikes knows. No, Bikes didn't get any information, but I think Story might have seen the tip of his gun there as he looked out. Just suspected something and got that information. And Bikes is still sitting there, potentially hoping to catch out Unico. It's his last opportunity. Here's Unico run by. Will he make a move? Yes. He's starting to creep up as the rest of the members are pushing onto the B site fairly quickly.
And here we go. The execute comes through. Unico, he was heard there by Bikes. Bikes heard Unico stomping by, just walking slowly. So again, they have this perfect flank angle out of Hookah. Looks for the pick onto Unico. Now peeking onto long where KJamie is, but Purple picks up the kill as Justin immediately trades them out. But now KJamie looking for some sort of defense, but this is such a stacked scenario, and the defenders stick the defuse, and the round win is theirs, as not Wardell, even as the consolation prize gets that final headshot onto KJamie. The attackers here are really struggling. They're getting these bomb plants, they're getting onto sites, but it's the retakes, it's the post-plant scenarios that are just going completely wrong. Time after time, JUI is getting these impossibly good flanks.
They really are, and this is what I mean about that aggression. They don't have a lot of options in those retake scenarios in order to be able to hold the sites once they've got the spike down. They just don't have the utility on their side compared to what Team JUI has to offer. And so they need to be getting a numbers advantage early on, and they need to be using it. Calvin Wu trying to get in there with that Phoenix ult. KJamie following him up to maybe try to trade out after the Phoenix ult goes down. Not going to be able to do too much as Bikes takes out Calvin Wu even after his ult. Bikes hiding behind KJamie is trying to watch to make sure they don't get flanked, but Bikes takes out Unico.
One enemy remaining.
Justin taking out 2 as Juicy Sushi takes down Purple, and that's the round. Another one on the board for Team JUI.
And just so effortless, it looks like, right? It's clear that there is a plan out of Pogi Gang here. You see the utility lineups that they have, throwing down the walls, throwing down the flashes, looking for that 2-man push through the A-Lamps area, but it's just played so perfectly on the defense by JUI. Hearing that that Phoenix ult is coming out, that he has that revive in him, and just sprinting away as fast as they can, letting it wear out and him teleport back before finally Bikes peeked out and just dismantled them there. I think it was either, I want to say it was Story that he got on the kill there, so really well played out of the defense there. Just have to applaud JUI in that scenario.
You really do, and we can see the economy of the Pogi Gang is in shambles once again. Back to Spectres and half armor on most players. 1 Vandal on KJamie, who is the kill leader, so hopefully that'll be impactful for them. But we can see Bike starting to get aggressive here. He needs 1 more pick for that ult to be up, but will he get caught out? No, he knows Calvin Wu is there and pops him. But Unico, oh my, Unico gets taken out. Beautiful little jump to avoid the headshots there. And Bikes is going a little bit nutty here. Here comes the ult. Takes out Story. Are we about to see an ace?
Enemy remaining.
No, Juicy Sushi stealing the ace from Bikes. You hate to see it. 7 HP. He almost had that. If he had been able to get that last kill onto Purple, I think that would have been one of the cleanest plays we've seen of the tournament so far.
I can't believe the things that this guy is getting away with. Bikes just going bangarang there at the B site, popping off in a big way. The headshots are on point, the spray downs are on point, the movement with those satchel charges and rocket is on point. Great stuff at a Bikes to shut down the attackers and put them on this last round of the half. Get things moving here because they want the win.
Nico popping that jet ult, but immediately going down. As Purple reses Story, but Juicy Sushi reses down, or sorry, sprays down Unico and Story. And Purple goes down to not Wardell as KJamie is the last man left alive in a 1v3. Man, that was quick. They know where he is as the whole team collapses on him, and that's it. 11-1 in the first half of the game for the side of Team JUI. Do you think the comeback is still in the cards?
You know, maybe if we see a pistol win here into the anti-eco, into the bonus, into everything else, I'll start believing. But I think if you're juicy here, you are definitely happy with that first half. I mean, 11-1, the top scorer on their team, Justin, having 16 kills at this point, is doubling the top scorer on the side of Pogi Gang, K Jamie with 8. So definitely a great position to be in overall for their squad. I'm really thinking that they need some defensive round wins here. I mean, it is definitely an uphill battle, nigh impossible, I would go as far as to say. But this tournament has had some crazy results already. We saw a double overtime in the play-ins, and the flashes are here, but no, Bice just runs past, and it's an easy kill for Calvin Wu, but the robot trades him out.
Yeah, Bike's taking him out from the grave. The robot getting some revenge for him as the other members are slowly creeping onto that B site. K Jamie is sitting in a pretty good position, but it seems like they know where he is as Unico goes down to Juicy Sushi. Picks up a ghost. Wow, Purple, K Jamie, Story, and are taking down everybody as Juicy Sushi and Purple are the last two left alive in a 1v1, and Juicy Sushi takes him out. Third pick of the round, and the spike goes down just as a little extra in your face.
Yeah, and it was almost a defensive round there. It was looking really good. A lot of kills came out on the site. Those frenzies really popping off for the defense, but Juicy Sushi makes a hero play, picks up the triple in that pistol round, and it puts the attackers here, Juicy, on to map point against a, quite frankly, broken economy on the side of Pogi Gang. They have some SMGs, they have some basic armor, but this is by no means an easy match.
No, it is not, and we'll see what happens here. Calvin playing very aggressive and getting taken out for it. Purple getting spotted out by that Reyna eye and suppressed as well as they roll into the site. Story managing to pick up Bikes, but Wardell trades him out. 2v4 on this attack. K Jamie manages to take out Juicy Sushi, but he's all alone now as Justin takes out Unico, and he's got 3 members to deal with as the spike goes down. Not a lot of utility. Manages to take out Pasta God, though, and Justin slides around the corner, takes him out, and that will be game 1 of the first match of our quarterfinal rounds.